Hello everyone, welcome to Momma Jo's Kitchen. What I have for you today, it's getting very close to Christmas, so what I've been trying to do is, because I still have to cook, so I try to cook and then the next day I try to do a Christmas goodie. So I cooked yesterday, so today is a Christmas goodie. And I have my oven right now preheating to 350 degrees. We're going to make Gingersnap cookies. And I have a cookie sheet here. And a lot of times they say you don't have to grease your cookie sheet, but I'd like to be on the safe side. I didn't grease it, but I am going to use parchment paper. You know, why take that chance? If I have the parchment paper, I might as well use it. Okay. My butter was right out of the refrigerator. I have 1 stick of butter here. And I did put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. And that perfectly softened it up. See, it's not melted at all, but it is soft. So I'm going to add a half a cup of brown sugar to that. And you don't need a mixer. I mean, you can do this certainly by hand, but if you would prefer to use a mixer, you could. I figure that's less stuff I have to clean. So if I can do it by my hand, I do. But sometimes I break the mixer out when I need a little bit more power than my arms can do. Okay. So we need all of our wet ingredients to go in here. I have 1/4 of a cup of molasses, and I'm using Grandma's molasses, unsoftened. That's just what I had up in the cabinet. I did spray this to try to make it a little easier for it to come out. I'm just using a little spatula here to mix everything. What kind of cookies do you all like to make for Christmas? Do you have a favorite cookie? This is only my second Christmas cookie I've made so far. I've got a lot of other things that I'm making this year, you know, to show you all the different things that, you know, you can make for the holidays. And I have raspberry cranberry pretzel salad. I've made that. There's a wonderful Christmas Jell-O that has a very unusual ingredient. I might be making that with my daughter-in-law maybe this week. We might be getting together. And if we do, I'll film that for you guys. Because we like to have that every year too. Okay, you're going to need 2 eggs, and I've already slightly beaten them. I got to kind of really work that to get them to blend with your other ingredients. See, since I'm doing it by hand, it takes a little bit more work to get it to blend. Scraping down my sides. Okay, that's, oh, well, I do have one more wet ingredient I'm going to add here. and it's optional. If you, a lot of people prefer vanilla. If you want to, you could use vanilla. I'm going to use maple extract because that just happens to be what I have up there. I have vanilla also. I just think that the maple will give it a little extra something. Well, I've never opened this one. It still has the seal on it. There we go. That smells really good. I think it'll complement, let's see, I think that's a teaspoon. Yep, it's a teaspoon. I think I'm going to get my whisk here so I can incorporate these wet ingredients together a little bit better. There we go. Sometimes you just need the right tool for the job. Oh, that smells really good with that maple extract. Wow. All right, try to get that mess off of there. I'm just going to set this aside for a second. Set that in the mold. Okay. In this bowl, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And let me see what I have written down here. A half a teaspoon, no. 1 teaspoon of salt. That's what I have written down on my paper. So this is a half measure, so I'm putting 2 in. Okay, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I know this looks like baking powder, but I didn't realize that you can buy baking soda in a can like that. Okay, our main ingredient, of course, these are Gingersnap Cookies, so you need some ginger. And since this is a half teaspoon, I want plenty of ginger in here, so I'm going to do 2 teaspoons, and I'm going to do 4 of these half teaspoons. All right, that smells really good. Okay, and for some reason I have really come to really love ground cardamom, and I use it in my pumpkin pie and my impossible pumpkin pie. So I think it's going to be really good in here, and I think I'm going to use, let me see how much did I write down. My oven's ready. I'm going to use a teaspoon. So I need 2 of these because they're half. I just love the smell of that. I really like cinnamon, so I'm probably going to put a teaspoon, so it'll be 2 of these half teaspoons. speaking of eggs, I know a lot of the Gingersnap cookie recipes only calls for 1 egg. I always like to do a little extra, so I decided to put 2 eggs in. Okay, cloves are very strong, but I am going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of cloves. These are going to be some spicy cookies. Okay, normally I would use my whisk, but I used it for on the wet, so I'm just going to stir it here with my big old spoon. Now I also want to tell you that traditionally, after we make the batter up, you can make them into little balls. I'm going to use a small cookie sheet because it's going to depend on how much it spreads. You know, I'm not chilling the dough, so it might spread more than I'm expecting, but then again, it might surprise me. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking a small cookie scoop, and it's optional if you want to do this. Get a little bowl of just white granulated sugar, and when you scoop out a ball, if you're able to roll it, you know, into a ball, you can roll it into the sugar, and then you can set it on your cookie sheet. I may do some this way, and then I may do some without, because my daughter loves lemons. Anything lemon. It doesn't, you know, lemon cookies, lemon meringue pie, anything lemon. So I thought it would be really good. I took 1 lemon and I rolled it, and then I cut it in half, and then I used my my little lemon, I don't know what you would call that. That, you know, you squeeze your lemon juice out of it. And I used 1 lemon, and then in here I have about 2/3 cup of confectioner's sugar, and I may need more. We'll have to see, but I want it to be kind of thin. So I'm going to spread some lemon, I guess you would call it, not icing, drizzle, you know, over some of the cookies. Or I may just take the cookies and, you know, depending on how loose it is, I may just like dip it and, you know, set them that way. So I may do something like that, and I may roll some in sugar. Now that's optional. If you don't like the lemon, skip that and just do the sugar, where you roll it in the sugar and then bake it. So I have that set back there to do. All right, I want to make sure I got my little thing. I'm going to put my wet ingredients now into the dry ingredients. All right, get that out of the way. All right, just going to stir this all together. Oh wow, that smells so good. That cardamom almost gives it like a lemon orange smell. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, it's coming together into a dough. I'm just trying to make sure I'm breaking up any dry ingredients, because I want to be able to work with this dough. Now remember, I did add an extra egg. I know that my oven's ready. I'm just getting that off there because I had some dry stuck to this spoon. These smell really, really good. Can you all see that? All right. I want to see if this dough, here's my cookie sheet. You'll have to excuse my attire. Today is just a lounge day. We had snow and they canceled schools here. And I wasn't planning on going anywhere. So I just, in my pajamas. All right, there's a small cookie scoop. I have a feeling that might be a little sticky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it in here if I can. There we go. And just roll it a little bit around in sugar. See, that way it doesn't stick to your hands then. Now, like I said, since I don't know how far they're going to spread, I'm going to leave a little space between them. I'm going to maybe put 3 across here. I probably could have used another parchment paper. And I might do 1, maybe 3 this way. Just the first time going through. And once I see how much they're going to spread, and like I said, I've got my oven at 350 degrees, and I like my cookies usually a little on the softer side. Some people like them, if you like a more chewier cookie, leave them in longer. My guess it's going to be 8 to 10 minutes. I know some people will be like, oh, you know, I would never take them out at 8 minutes. But most people who have had my cookies and love my cookies is because I usually take them out around the 8-minute mark. Now these may need a little bit longer. So, and I usually find that the first batch that you put through, I know the oven is supposed to be preheated and supposed to be ready, but it seems like the first tray, it's like you take out are a little softer, and then every other tray after that, and it could be just my oven too, will get done faster, you know. So let me do one more here, show y'all. Now, if I decide to do, I might do a tray, you know, like I said, without rolling them in the sugar. And, you know, it's going to depend on how these look. Okay, I'm sure y'all don't want to watch me do the rest of those up, but I'm going to get the rest of this tray done. I'm going to get them in, and I'm going to show you what they look like after 8 minutes, okay? We'll be back.
How you doing, YouTube? Here to taste test the made from scratch ginger snaps. One's with sugar, one's with a lemon like glaze. Sugar's first. Very good. The sugar is sweet, it's soft, chewy. The lemon's good too. I like the texture of the sugar better. They're both really good. The lemon's a little more soft, but the sugar, when you bite into it, it kind of gives it a little bit of crunch on the top. Flavor-wise, they're both excellent. 2 thumbs up. Make you some of these for your holiday get-together. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you.